perfect horror movie, if you ask me. Perfect in the sense of like its bone structure. It does everything that a really good, confident horror movie is supposed to do. You know, it's brutally honest. It's a little campy. It ends with the utmost confidence, like not caring what the hell you want it to be. It just does what it wants to do. I love horror movies that do that. And upon second, third of whatever watch, you see it basically just telling you its point from the very beginning. I'll give you an example. The two of the main characters in this, right? The main character and his best friend camping across, backpacking across Europe, right? The movie starts off with these guys getting dropped off from hitchhiking. They're sitting in the back with a whole bunch of sheep. Yo, that's so good. It literally is telling you, well, metaphorically is telling you that these two dudes are going off to slaughter. They're surrounded by the same fate. They're surrounded by animals with the same fate. You know? I didn't catch that the first time, of course, maybe like fifth time in or something like that, but it's like, wow. Like, yo, it's like that. And I mean, also, it's like the acting is kind of cheesy, right? Acting on some parts is very cheesy. You know, I think the main dude, he may have done like one other thing before, but he wasn't like, you know, it's not like you know, freaking Michael Fassbender or nothing like that. But it's like they juxtapose that cheesy acting with some of the most brutal, horrifying, disturbing, practical effects and makeup in Hollywood history. You know, they set the bar for that. You know, when you see who was in charge of makeup with this, you're gonna be like, oh, of course. That makes sense. You know, it totally set the trend as far as the particular subject to this a horror story. You know, there's a particular process that happens in there that started with this movie. They made it painful, whereas before it wasn't depicted as painful. And dude, if you get a chance, when you see the name of this movie, look up audience reaction to this movie. And you're going to hear people react to the infamous transformation scene in it. And just remember, this is them seeing this for the first time. And it just changed the game. You know, Michael Jackson saw that and was like, that guy got to direct Thriller. Whoever made this has to make my next music video. That's how good that was. And, you know, I definitely recommend it. It's such a good movie. You know, going there with horror expectations. Don't go in there with your nose up. And, you know, I think you really enjoy it. Directed by John Landis. Joint was like an hour and 37 minutes. It had a 7.5 out of 10 on IMDb. It is an 89% tomato meter, 85% on the audience rating. What else? Horror comedy. I don't know if I said that already. Starring David Naughton, Griffin Dunn, Jennifer Agutter. It made about $62 million I think it was just based on like a 5.8 million budget. It was a critical and commercial success. Like I said, it just caught people off guard. Nobody was expecting to see what they saw, especially from something that was just confusing to people. You know, it was like, it felt lighthearted, but it was so brutal. Speaking of special effects by Rick Baker, that's what I was going to say when you heard the name. And once you see it, you're going to be like, oh, yeah, all right. It's Rick Baker. But again, I really hope that y'all go check it out. You know, it's really, really, really good. You know, I didn't mean to double back, but I had to I'm really excited about presenting this to y'all. This is really one of my truly favorite movies in general, but favorite horror movies as well. So, you guys seek it out there. Peace, brother. How you doing, man? All right. So y'all go check that out, man. It's a very, very good film. I think you guys will like it. Peace.